It's preview and predictions night right here on In This Very Ring. Let's go.
Oh my God! I'm embarrassed! He's flying! Welcome in. It's almost time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of In This Very Ring right here on A2D Radio. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. I am Ritz, and joining me as he does each and every week, the mayor of Toasty Town himself, this is Butters. Butters, what's going on, man?
You okay?
No? Are you okay?
No. Hell no.
When am I ever okay?
Right? No, I am good. I am golden. I am ready to rock and roll.
So I actually have a really funny story to tell before we get into everything. I'm going to thank our sponsor. No, it's actually, I'm going to thank our sponsors. And because of our sponsors, it's going to lead into my funny story. Our sponsor is Allen's Travel. Allen's Travel specializes in creating vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Allons-y on over to allons-travel.com/take the trip to get in touch with myself or one of the other talented travel agents and let us start planning your next stress-free magical vacation today. It's WrestleMania week. Fuck off.
It's not WrestleMania week yet. That starts in 2
No,
days.
no, fuck you. It's WrestleMania week. 7 days from now. 7 days of the week, bitch. WrestleMania.
5 days of the week. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to hit him. That's all I'm going to do. No, so the funny story before we get into our poll question and kind of everything else that we have lined up for this evening. As you all know, every other Wednesday night, I do a show called Extravagant Adventures on the Allons-y Travel Facebook and YouTube page. And and every so often, Frank will jump on, say hi, hang out before he does A2D Wednesday night because we go off the air right about around when they start. And so we were talking about the VIP tour at Universal, and I mentioned how I see the AEW soundstage. And that Frank says something to the effect of, did I hear AEW? It's time to go to Toasty Town. That's the comment. And we use the same system. So when I put up, like I'm going to put up Dynasty's comment right here. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up, man? When I put that comment up, Rachel, who's the owner, says, what's Toasty Town? So now I have to explain on this program how your name is Butters, and one night you came on the show and said you were the mayor of Toasty Town. And, well, that was fun. Hysterical, but fun. So you can thank Frank Vespi for that. But as I've already alluded to, all
right, he's dancing. I'm out.
It is WrestleMania week, and we are here 1 week before Saturday's kickoff of WrestleMania Night 1 to talk about everything. Gonna fucking hit you. I'm gonna put one of these wonderful rings on that friends of mine got me and just start beating you to a pulp. So, you totally ruined it. We're going to go over everything WrestleMania. This is our big preview and prediction show. We will be live next week for both shows, Saturday and Sunday. More on that to come as we go throughout the show. But we do have a topic of conversation to start things off, and it is brought to you by our doc, Dr. Paul Vidal at SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. He's got 2 locations, Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc making yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal, SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. The dynamic of the bloodline will change at WrestleMania. Butters, my guy, lay it on me.
Yes, 1,000%. Yeah. The bloodline is going to be a big change from after WrestleMania. It's going to be, whether it's going to be Roman losing, the Usos losing, all of them losing, something's going to happen. The bloodline's breaking down. The dynamic's going to change 100,000, 10,000%.
Think
I
so?
will agree to the poll. Yes, 1,000 times yes. That dynamic is what they have now is done. Because after WrestleMania, they're screwed.
Do you want to give more to that other than just repeating yourself over and over again?
Sorry. I'm a little excited, okay?
Some of us are trying to share the show here, so stall for time.
Sorry, I'm a little excited, okay? It's the downfall of the bloodline in one night. 2 nights. Sorry.
How so?
Because you got the Usos taking on KO, Sami Zayn, KO Zania. Woo!
I don't hate it.
They're taking on the Usos for the tag team titles. That match is going to change the bloodline in the sense of if the Usos lose it, Roman's going to lose it on them, and they're going to lose it on Roman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's going to snap on them. They're going to snap on him.
Right.
If they keep the titles and Roman loses, then we're going to see that back and forth of what happened. You're the head table. You're the bloodline. You know, you're the chief. You're the one that's supposed to be the big dog. Yet here you lose it to Cody Rhodes. You know, you called your shot and you lost. He's all about you call your shot, you win it. You know, if not, you fail. Well, if that happens, regardless of what happens, the dynamic's changing.
Okay.
The only way it doesn't change is if both the Usos and Roman wins it at all.
Do you think that's possible?
I don't think both winning is possible. I think one or the other's losing, so that something changes. I don't see retention on both sides.
So I'd like to think that yes, the dynamic changes, and how I think it changes is and I was trying. So I wrote this poll question this week. I took the idea that you had, I kind of fluffed it up a little bit, changed it around, and I was trying to go with something to the effect of there will be dissension in the ranks of the bloodline at the end of WrestleMania. And I just didn't like how that read. But that's where my mind goes here. Mm-hmm. Is while yes, Roman may retain the title, Roman may lose the title. The Usos may retain, they may lose. Solo may say, screw all of you, right? I'm not doing this because of X, Y, and Z, or I want this title, X, Y, and Z. There's still a way he can weasel himself into a match as the night progresses, and they walk out with all the gold, right?
He'd have to weasel himself into the triple threat, I would think.
Or the U.S. title match.
No, I see that being...
So that match will happen, and then after the fact, he'll come out and...
You think so?
I've seen dumber things happen. It's a really dumb idea, but I've seen dumber things happen.
I would think it'd be easier to weasel himself into the triple threat match.
But I feel like Solo is getting lost in the shuffle and getting buried, as we saw him get buried with Cody Rhodes.
I think that match might be where Solo breaks.
But I want to see how there's a reaction to the Usos winning and Roman losing. And especially if Roman loses because of Solo. Not that Solo's going to turn, but that Solo fails.
What about the other factor?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. So Roman, let's fast forward, and we're really going to break down what we think of each match as we go throughout the night. But if you think about it, Roman Cody's going to cap off night 2. Roman loses. Cody gets his moment. right? The next night on Raw, Roman comes out to the ring pissed off. The Usos won. I lost, but I lost because of him, because of Solo, who's an Uso. He takes it out on Solo because he thinks it's some conspiracy between the three of them so that the twins, power surge, power struggle. That's not the case, but it brings the twins out anyway to defend their brother. And now you start building this next evolution of family drama within the bloodline that we've all been kind of clamoring for since Jimmy and Jay were kind of on this borderline united front, but Jay still kind of being like, wait a minute, right? And especially these last few weeks before he turned on Sami.
Yeah.
Now, if your underlying factor is Paul Heyman, I think Paul Heyman's a non-issue.
You don't think Paul Heyman could cost Roman the match incidentally?
No. Reason being, they've done a really, really good job not involving Paul.
I'm not saying purposely. I'm saying incidentally trying to help Roman, as you're saying with Solo. Paul's trying to help Roman, and it backfires.
That's so much better. Maybe.
I'm thinking the incidental interference.
I just don't think it's possible. I just don't see it. Let's go to the comments. Jake Frio, what's up, fellas? I'm going to agree with the poll. Frank Vespi, hey, yo, sorry to bother you at work. The bloodline will be more Usi after Mania. Is it bad Usi or good Usi? The world may never know.
How many more times can you say Usi in that sentence?
Don't ask. Monday's an open challenge for the U.S. title, says Dynasty. But honestly, it'll probably be a returning AJ or a debuting Braun Breaker to beat Cena on Raw after WrestleMania. And that's where it's really going to be interesting how Stand and Deliver goes to see who would get called up. On AJ's, I don't know if the timeline fits. Because Dynasty's been touting a returning AJ for a while and debuting Braun Breaker for a while.
With AJ, it was just an ankle issue. It's supposed to be healed up. He should be healed up.
Oh, ankle. I heard angle.
Ankle. It should be close to around this timeline. I'm not going to say 100% that it is the time. There could be issues. Oh, I thought you were on something totally different. I was like, what the hell?
Nope.
But it could be very well that, AJ comes back. I don't see it. I seen it being a debuting superstar, if anything. Who it's going to be, don't know. I just think it'd be a lot better to have a debuting superstar versus a returning superstar.
I don't think AJ just doesn't fit the mold for that, for what they're trying to do there. I don't 100% hate the AJ idea because AJ Cena is a great match, no matter which way you slice it. Yep. But I just don't see that fitting anything. I think Braun makes the better sense. I think putting the title on Braun could be a really good thing. It could be a really, really bad thing.
What about Carmelo?
No, I don't. Carmelo's going to be the next one. Like, Carmelo's beating Breaker.
Who's to say Trick doesn't cost him the match?
No, he's going to be the one to take NXT to this next era.
Okay.
Through this next little bit.
I can see it now.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
I can see it now, folks. Braun retained, and this motherfucker's tearing up the room.
If Braun retains, because there's a 50-50 shot we do a live reaction to Stand and Deliver next week. If Braun retains, night one may be violent. I don't know if I'll have time to calm down by the time we go live for night one.
Well, I mean, you might, because, the opening match for night one.
Yeah, so it's a great way to transition into talking about all the matches. There are 13 matches spread out between the 2 days.
Maybe a 14th one just to even it out. I don't know. I doubt it.
They are saying that there's a good possibility WrestleMania each night will be 4 hours long minimum.
Okay.
So it was announced last night. Austin Theory will take on John Cena to defend his United States Championship in the opening contest of WrestleMania.
They wanted to open big, damn it. It's kind of weird seeing John Cena in the opening match of Mania since he hasn't done it since like what? He's been in the main event since like 05?
I'll tell you exactly what it was. I think
because 05 was his first title match.
WrestleMania 20. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think his match was
2004.
Mm-hmm.
It was for the United States title.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm scrolling down here. Come on, you little bastard.
Was his a main event match?
No. He opened the show. Give me results. John Cena defeated the Big Show.
Okay. Well, I mean,
to win the United States title.
So he hasn't been in, but then again, he also since 05 he's been in the main event every time.
But think about this. You're thinking too small. You're dumb. John Cena.
I think Royal Rumble Green Break, okay?
19 years ago was in the opening bout for the United States title. 19 years later, in his 20th year of wrestling, John Cena returns to the opening match at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. What a way to bookend your career.
Yeah.
Wins.
That's his first Mania, right?
Yeah. No. He was on the Mania before, but he didn't have a match.
But I'm just saying in general, like match-wise, that's his first
His first Mania.
So you ended here with the win of the... Okay, I see where you're going with
He
this.
wins, goes out the next night, drops the title in a match. Because he'll never vacate the title. But he drops the title the next night. Because WrestleMania 19, I don't think he was there, but he wasn't...
In a match.
No. So yeah, I think this is a great way to. That's the word I'm looking for here.
Cap off the career of John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Ship his ass into the Hall of Fame next year.
Absolutely.
We're still waiting on 2 more inductees.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up in just a little bit. But I think that is. Yeah, because maybe he wasn't on this. I thought he was. But I'm just glancing.
Control F.
Right?
It's all the aftermath stuff.
Wait, a Dynasty there saying he had a random promo on Heat at 19. So let's kind of go through this match. This Austin Theory John Cena match. I do think it is the setup for Cena's retirement. So I'm gonna say Cena wins here. They just kind of threw this match together a few weeks ago officially. I know it was officially stated while I was in Disney, so it's probably about 3 weeks ago. Theory's been kind of talking about it though for a while.
I think that's been the setup as Theory. You know, Theory's been talking shit about Cena, talking shit to Cena. You know,
yeah,
he's been setting it up, and then we finally get boom. Because everybody knew the moment they announced John Cena returns to Raw, that's what they were setting up for.
Correct.
There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No way around it. And now we have Cena Theory. I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. John Cena wins it.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is where John Cena takes the win here. He'll go out next week the next night, and then he'll lose it in some facet. Dynasty says, well, if that's the case, then it's a returning Orton.
I wouldn't hate that.
I don't see it happening, though. And Don's chiming in, hashtag agree to the poll. Holy shit, Don changed a profile picture.
Oh, damn, Don.
Wow, look at you. So yeah, I'm going to go Cena here over Theory. Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Night one. So what we're doing is I'm on Wikipedia here. We're going just down the list. What's confirmed for each night. And then when we get into everything else, we'll kind of figure out what the cards will look like and where they'll end up on which show. So Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. This match has been building since the Royal Rumble when Logan eliminated Seth Rollins towards the very end of the match. And they've done a great job giving us enough Logan Paul to be excited about it, but not enough to where we're like, oh my God, he's unbearable again. What do you think? How do you think this match is going to go?
I think the way they've been setting it up, the way they've been going at it, I think Seth Rollins is walking out of this on top. I think this is where Logan Paul's little winning streak comes to an end.
What winning streak? He lost to Roman.
Oh, that's right. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
I don't
about.
think he's won a match.
Didn't he win the one with the Miz?
He defeated the Miz. Yeah. Okay. They won at Mania 38. He won at
SummerSlam. Lost to Roman.
SummerSlam. He lost at Crown Jewel, and he lost at the Rumble. Technically, lost at the Rumble.
I mean, either way, Rollins is coming out of this one on top. I think with the setup they've been going, with the whole Logan Paul taking, Seth.
Hi,
Rollins.
Chucks.
Hey, Chuck.
Big shout out to Chucks. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off. If you haven't figured it out, Alan Z Travel always sponsors us each and every week here. Chucks joined the Alan Z Travel team officially earlier this week, so we want to give our shout out to Chucks. Congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck on all your future endeavors. No, I didn't just fire you. Dynasty has a good point. When was the last time Seth won anything?
It's been a hot minute.
And let's take that a step further, Dynasty. When has he won anything that's mattered? I'm okay if you lose on a Raw, a blow off on a Raw for no, you know what I mean. I'm okay. A match that matters.
It's been a hot minute,
and it has been. It really has been. So
I think with them, having Logan Paul knock Seth Rollins out freaking 2 weeks in a row, or 2 times that they bet up on Raw, I think they're setting up for Logan Paul to lose to Rollins. Rollins is walking out of this one. Finally with a win in such a long-ass time.
There's a small part of me, though, that says this is match of the night.
The way Logan Paul's been going, I wouldn't put it past him.
Now, when I say that, if Usos and Sami KO end up on night one, it'll be a hard one.
I think they do end up night one.
But take out the main events, I think this could be the match of the undercard.
Yeah.
Very easily. I know what I said. I said what I said about going through what's confirmed. I'm not talking about Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes until the end of the show, just because.
Why not?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Well, fuck you too.
I have the mouse. I control this shit.
I've got the big bag. Let me just open up for another one.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I got something down here for you.
Yep, let me write that on my phone pad for the future.
Dynasty says Logan wins, and to your point, Butters, Seth will get the upper hand going into Mania this week. So, Dynasty thinks Logan's going to win.
Interesting.
Dynasty, do me a favor. Keep track of your predictions tonight. Next week, when we're on the show, I want to see who's right, who's wrong. Butters will be keeping track of our predictions as the night progresses here as well. He just remembered that that's what he was supposed to do.
No, I didn't just remember. Shut up, leave me alone.
Thought so. All right, so let's talk about a match I truly could, honest to God, care less about. I hope it's on night one, and I hope it's right after the Cena. It's not going to be right after the Cena Theory match. It'll probably cap off night one because somewhere somebody hates me. Charlotte Flair defends her SmackDown Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley. And a reason I say I could care less about this,
Who did you pick for Seth? I don't remember.
I got Seth winning.
Okay. You're good. Go, keep going.
The reason I can't stand this match, or this match just doesn't excite me, they haven't really had the two interact at all. They've kept them really, really separate. There hasn't been a beatdown.
I could have sworn there was a beatdown last week or an attempt or.
There might have been, but again, my point though, nothing resonates, nothing sticks with me about this story. And to Dynasty's point, because Rhea's more in the Ray Dom feud than in this, and we've been saying that for weeks on this program. It was a weird matchup from the start. I think there's a small part of me that doesn't think that thinks that the WWE didn't think that the Rhea Dom thing would continue to be as intriguing as it's been. And they figured people would just want to see Rhea and Charlotte after WrestleMania a few years back. Because Charlotte's promo from Friday night wasn't a bad promo, but it didn't do anything to put the match over.
Yeah.
It just said she respects Rhea and then listed off some names of other superstars, other women in the industry. The fuck are you doing? So I think, realistically, I think Rhea wins here. I don't think that they're going to put her in this match with Charlotte and not have her win. Especially given the traction she's gaining. Because if she loses and Dom loses, that just doesn't work. Right? Now you're just whiny bitches again. But if she wins and even Dom wins, now you have something to build on. Now you have something to look forward to each and every week with these.
So you're saying it's Rhea that's going to win this match. Okay. Well, I'm going to take the opposite road here.
Okay.
I'm actually going with Charlotte Flair. I don't see them. I think Rhea loses this match. I don't see them dropping the belt right now. I see Charlotte dropping to somebody else, maybe on SmackDown. I just see this as being the match that they wanted for Mania. They just wanted a big match, or at least what they thought would be a big match, like you discussed.
Yeah.
And they felt like Charlotte versus Rhea was the match. Let's just have this match. This doesn't have to be Rhea wins it. This doesn't have to be, Charlotte loses the belt or Charlotte wins it. We just want this big match to main event Mania because it's Charlotte freaking Flair.
No. I'm sorry. I got to stop you. For no other reason other than it just hurts at my soul for that to be the reason. I don't think you're wrong in your thought process. Like, having that idea is not like your ring snapping at the Royal Rumble idea. If it was any other competitors, maybe. If we got this way any other way, maybe. You had to win the fucking Royal Rumble. I mean, my Christ. This has to be easily, single-handedly, the worst utilization of a Royal Rumble winner as far as I can remember.
Yeah. I mean, really and truly, they had the first women's Royal Rumble winner lose.
Well, but then when you think about the Royal Rumble winners, whether they win or lose, that's a whole nother math in of itself.
Well, yeah.
Right? And I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
But at the end of the day, I feel like Charlotte retains in this match. I don't know. I don't see Charlotte losing.
All right, so what I also want you to put on here is when we think the match is going to happen. Night 1 or night 2. Because we start, obviously, this is the first match that we've talked about that hasn't been figured out where it's going to be. I think this is a night 1 match.
I do agree that too. Night 1. We're not doing Rollins and Cena because we already know what nights those are.
Right. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. I could see. So this one hasn't been a miserable. As we talked about, what was it, last week? Maybe even the week before. They've not done the women's titles matches justice when it comes to building them up, getting me involved, getting me excited for them. But I think this one's better than Charlotte Rhea because there's been at least more interaction between the two. I don't think you can repackage Asuka as Kana and then have her come out and lose. They've done a phenomenal job of showcasing Asuka as a powerhouse again.
Yep. As
someone to be borderline feared again. And I think that's when Asuka's at her best. When they go down this route, I think that you see a better Asuka. So I'm gonna go Asuka, and I'm gonna go night 2. Because I think they're gonna spread it out a little bit.
I'm actually on the same page as you. Asuka night 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's about time for Bianca's title reign to come to an end. I'm a little bored with it, to be quite honest.
Fair enough.
So, Asuka's going to be my pick. And the same semblance of that Kana, gimmick she's got going on again. Woo-hoo. It makes more sense.
Yeah. Dynasty says Charlotte Rhea main events night 1 unless they pull the Rock. Second WWE title match Swerve and Cody Roman main events night 1. No. They've already touted Cody Roman for night 2 so much.
Yep.
Nothing's going to change that.
That is correct.
Brock Lesnar versus Omos with MVP. This is just a regular match. I actually had this opening night 1 in my original thought process just because Brock Lesnar's always been somebody to kind of work early. As of late, he's not wanting to stay around for 4 or 5 hours. I think Dynasty says skip this one. We lose. We all lose here. I think this opens night 2.
Okay.
No, I take that back. No, I lied. This is going to be like an hour and a half in on, I would say, night 2. This is not going to be a long match.
Who are you picking?
I've said it before, and to the point where I think I have to stick with it. Oh, John with that super chat. Thank you, John. I couldn't agree more with your comment on the worst uses of a Royal Rumble match. Cody number 30 in weaker than James Ellsworth jawline. I disagree. I think they've done a great job with Cody. The worst usage is Rhea. Cody, they've done a great job. There have been a couple of times where they've just brought him out for no reason, and I didn't get it. I didn't really understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when they've given Cody the microphone and given him the time to go out and talk, he's done a great job where Rhea has not.
Yep.
But thank you, John, again for that super chat, buddy. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So you said Brock almost night one.
If it's not fucking Brock Lesnar,
So, okay, so you're picking Brock.
I get Omos has some height on Brock. The hands are bigger. I get all that, man. And Omos is going to be around the next day, where Brock Lesnar's not. But Omos is greener than fucking goose shit. If you tell me that Brock Lesnar is going to lose to this schmuck, then you kill, at least in my head, at least from a storyline perspective, you kill Brock Lesnar.
I believe this is going to be a night 2 match.
You ever watch White Collar Comedy Tour?
Yeah.
I believe that's what this is for you. That's exactly what's fucking happening right now. You're like fucking Larry the Cable Guy sitting there on the guitar. I believe. Please continue. Get her done.
Yeah, right there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Omos is going to win this match.
Get the fuck out of here.
You got Omos. Brock is going to do the job for Omos.
I want you to say that sentence out loud again, and I want you to hear yourself say it.
Brock is going to do the job for Omos. Brock is going to put this man
on his back and F5 that motherfucker into another time zone because he's so goddamn big.
Yes, we're going to see an F5 from Brock. 100%. But Omos is kicking out of that bitch, and Omos is winning this match.
Look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it until the day I die. If I'm wrong, I will eat crow. I will admit that I was wrong. But fuck me, if I'm wrong here, nothing against you at all. Okay? I need you to understand. Normally you say some really dumb shit.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I agree to that.
If I'm wrong here, hi, Greg. Greg says, what's up, fellas? Let's go. Everyone put the current men's title holders. Can't stand any of them. All of them. Fair enough. And Dynasty. Dynasty agrees with you because Brock's rumored to go away. I get that. If you go back to how I prefaced me picking Brock, I said, look, Omos is going to be there the next night on Raw. He's going to be there the week after. I get all of that.
I believe Brock is a stepping stone for Omos to be able to break out. What? That look on your face!
Because I don't think my brain computed the words that you put in the right order. I think my brain might have broken a little bit.
I have officially broken this man, boys and girls. Job well done! Woo! Check out my fucking bucket list. Boing!
Oh my god. Here is some. Oh man. I can't even formulate a thought. It just does. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. But the only thing about it that makes sense is he's going to be there the next night and Brock's not. I'm sorry, but Brock Lesnar has a moveset. Albeit a small moveset, Omos has the Great Khali moveset. And if you know what that consists of, it consists of a little jogging,
Duh!
a big-ass chop, a half-ass clothesline, and everybody figuring out a way to bring this man down. That's it. Brock Lesnar has proven that he can lift the big show, and Omos is like half a big show. I think the only thing that concerns me from a Suplex City perspective is the height differential. Being able to throw him and not drop him on his neck.
Yeah.
And I'll even go as far as saying if this is any longer than a 5 to 10 minute match.
I give it a 10-minute tops. You know what? It's Mania. I'll give it 15.
No. If this goes any longer than 10 minutes, at the maximum, something is seriously, seriously wrong with another competitor on the card. Not even those two assholes. They're fine. They're Gucci. But
They're
Cody Rhodes,
Gucci?
yeah. Cody Rhodes better be walking out in a fucking shin splint if these assholes are on night 2 and they go longer than 10 minutes. Fuck, man.
Let's move on to the next match because something tells me your brain's breaking down into mush right about now.
Dynasty says 5 to 7 minutes. I mean, how long did him and Braun go in Saudi? Who in Braun? Omos?
Yeah.
That was a lot of running around. There wasn't
I'm the big guy.
Yeah. All right. Now, a fun one.
The banger match.
Gunther is defending his Intercontinental Championship against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Doug Reigns chiming in. Hello, Doug. Welcome to the party. Enjoy yourself.
Hello.
This is going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. I love what they have done with the three of these guys telling the story.
It's the three Amagos.
Stop talking. Just stop talking.
Hell no.
Whoa. But these guys.
No, this match is going to tear the house down. This is going to be.
And Dynasty says it, match of the weekend. I think when we look, like, obviously I said Seth Rollins and Logan Paul could be match of night 1. I think this is going to go night 2.
Same here, night 2.
And I think that is the match.
This is night 2's match of the night, 100%.
Absolutely. And match of the weekend.
I can agree to that.
Dynasty said it's going to get the most time night 1. So Dynasty think it's going to go night 1, and he thinks it's going to get the most time.
Who are you picking? I know it's hard.
It's not. And believe it or not, it's a very easy pick because of Michael Cole.
Uh-oh.
Michael Cole said one line last night. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together until Michael Cole said that line last night. The Intercontinental Championship is the only title in the WWE that Sheamus has never held.
They've said that multiple times before.
Yeah,
Sheamus has had his matches with Gunther for the IC title.
but it never registered with me
Mm-hmm.
because there's other stuff going on, right? Because it was just nothing else was going on in the ring. They were just kind of staring each other down. I think Sheamus takes it. It's his validation. I think he pins McIntyre, and those two start a feud for the title.
Okay. Well, I was going the same route. Sheamus on night 2. Because pretty much the same sentiment. I mean, this would be Sheamus's. This would be the WrestleMania moment for Sheamus. This will be a moment for his career.
Yeah.
You know, Intercontinental title, the last title he needs. Unless he decides to go over to NXT and, take 1 or 2 of those titles.
No shot.
But this is the time to do it.
Doug, I put your comment up here. I'm going to touch on it in just a second. I want to finish talking about this match. But I want to put it up there so I don't forget it, okay? In Dynasty, I see yours. I'll get to that in just a second as well, all right? I think this is it for Sheamus. I don't think he's going away. I don't think he's retiring. I don't think he's nothing.
No.
But I do think those conversations have started. I do think Sheamus is, especially with the Brawling Brutes, it allows him to still go out there but not wrestle as often.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to start seeing that transition where he preps for retirement. And before he does that, I think he wants to hold the IC title at least once.
Yeah. 100% agree.
So Doug says, I saw on Facebook where Vicky Guerrero said she'd love to be involved in the Ray Dominic storyline. And it's actually really comical. I say comical. It's ironic you bring that up, Doug, because the other night I was just kind of sitting here and messing around on my phone. I wasn't really doing anything. But I got on YouTube and I started watching old Eddie Guerrero videos.
Here we go with the YouTube again.
Well, that's all I watch.
I know, same here.
It's literally all I watch.
Same here.
But I started watching Eddie videos
Okay.
and started thinking about Eddie and, you know, what he would think about this storyline, about Dom, about all of it. And it kind of made me think a little bit about Vicky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if Vicky didn't have any kind of ties with AEW, which I think she still does. No, contractual ties.
No, she's actually done.
Is she done? I thought I read somewhere where she still had something in her old contract with them where she wasn't able to do something for a while. I could be wrong.
No, I'm looking at it.
But would I have liked to seen Vicky involved here? Not long term. I think I would have loved to see when Dom kept mentioning Eddie.
She won't be done until July. Never mind.
Okay, thank you.
I thought it was sooner, but
No, you're fine. I wasn't 100% sure either.
Yeah. Because it would have made sense.
I would have loved to see when they were talking about Eddie pretty heavily, Vicky to come out and say that's enough. And, you know, how dare you talk about Eddie and blah, 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 blah. And just lay into Dom. Because I think, while yes, the name Vicky Guerrero brings nuclear heat. Not for the person, but for the character.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been a turning point for her character because they've done a really good job this entire time of never bringing up Eddie with her.
Yeah.
She never really talked about him on the air. What a way to do it now. Ray, you know, Ray is fighting his son Dominic. Dominic keeps saying, you know, Eddie would have been a better father, blah, blah, blah. You know, but Eddie's not here and this, that, and the other. Like, let him run down Eddie for a little bit and let Vicky come out to her ex-husband's defense. And the place goes fucking bananas for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think she deserves it. Just once. It doesn't have to be, you know, long term.
Yeah.
Just once. Let the place go bananas for Vicky Guerrero. She fucking earned it. She deserves it.
Yep.
So I wouldn't hate that at all. Doug, that's a great comment. Thank you for bringing that up, man. Where the hell did the mouse go? There it is. Dynasty says they've been wanting to break Honky Tonk's record for years. No chance Gunther loses. I still think Gunther loses.
The honky man.
Doug says, I'm surprised Chavo Guerrero hasn't said anything about the Ray versus Dominic thing. Chavo's been pretty quiet over the years, though. You don't hear a lot out of Chavo.
No.
You really don't. And especially, I think, is he still with...
No.
Where's he at right now?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't think he's doing anything. I think right now he's just kind of...
Oh, that was a cherry.
No comment.
Well, you know how Sonic puts the fruit in there.
No, but it's just the way he said it.
Well, because I realize what's happening now.
Exactly.
But you've had that same problem when you do like a cherry limeade or something like that.
That fresh fruit at the bottom.
And it just stops. Like you feel it hit, like suctions in there and just stops. There's no other way to say that sentence without me getting in a lot of trouble.
I don't know. It doesn't really say it. He hasn't done much.
But he's a very quiet person, very reserved.
Yep.
So it doesn't really surprise me a whole lot, Doug. Let's go into probably the women's match I'm most excited for. Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch
Of course.
versus Damage Control's Bailey, Dakota, and Io Sky. I think Trish, Lita, and Becky win here. You can't have Becky and Lita as the WWE Tag Team Champions. Can't have them lose here. They haven't defended the titles yet. You also can't have two Hall of Famers lose here.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think you can. Not in this facet. I just don't see it. What night do I think this match is gonna be? Night 1.
Okay.
They want to fix the problems of Rhea Charlotte. They're gonna put this kind of middle card.
So I feel like Damage Control is winning it.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, yeah, you've had these Hall of Famers and Becky Lynch kind of just, put Damage Control in their place here the past few weeks, week after week, and kind of keep them in check, keep them in control, so to speak. I think somehow Damage Control is going to squeak out just a tiny little win, whether it be a cheap win or,
Not a clean victory.
not a clean victory. This is going to be your schmoz ending match. This is going to be at least one of the matches is going to end with that schmoz ending, and I think this is going to be a night 2 match. I think they want to stack night 2 far more than they want to stack night 1.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be a night 2 match.
All right. I don't disagree with anything you said there.
Mm-hmm.
I think this goes night 1.
Okay.
So, before I get to the next match, it's Edge versus Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. I had this epiphany earlier. If my name's Damian Priest and I realize everybody else in my faction is on the WrestleMania card but me, man, fuck, I'm looking for another job.
He made me walking down with Balor.
But what's he gonna do? Walk down with Rhea, Balor, and Dom?
I fuck.
Unless he's injured, which I don't think he is.
I don't, but I think. Hold on, I'm keep going. I'm gonna pull something up.
I don't think he is injured. That would be the only way this would make sense. But man alive, that's gotta suck to be you.
Have everybody in your faction that has something on the match, and then
That's like everybody got a new cell phone and you're sitting there with your old Nokia flip phone. Everybody's got iPhones, but you.
hey, I'll take my old Nokia brick phone.
I would take a sidekick.
No, I'm talking older. I'm older than you.
Yeah, but I'm talking sidekicks. I always wanted one. Found out later what biggest pieces of shit they were.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted one, though. I thought, now, granted, I can just take my phone and type sideways, right?
Yeah.
But, and I'm a nerd, right? So that was right at the height of kind of all the different shows having something similar to that.
Oh, God bless that poor soul. He's not even in the Battle Royal.
Get the fuck out of here. He's got to be injured then.
Give
me this.
He's not even in the fucking Battle Royal.
But the Maxim models are. That makes a lot of sense.
Bobby's in there. LA Knight's in there.
That answers the question of what's going to happen to Bobby.
I think Bobby's. If Bobby wins or doesn't win that match, he's coming. Bobby's already said he's coming out on WrestleMania. He'll probably do an open challenge match, guaranteed.
Ugh.
But poor Damien. I mean, not even on the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Dynasty says sidekick or the chirp. You talk about the Nextel phone. My dad had one of those. He was working for GE at the time, and they got them all Nextels for when they were in the offices and stuff.
Yeah.
Funniest thing on the planet.
You remember the phone Tony had in the first Iron Man movie?
The black phone?
The black phone that flipped up into the T. It looked like a normal phone.
Uh-huh.
but half of it looked like a regular phone, right?
Yeah.
But then it'd flip up, and it looked like this. It looked like a T shape.
Maybe.
I had that phone before the fucking movie come out. I actually had that phone when the movie come out. Because I just wanted a random phone.
Can we stop for a second?
Yeah.
Why does the sentence say, I had that phone before the movie come out? And then the other sentence was, I had that phone when the movie come out. Do you listen to yourself when you talk, you backwoods motherfucker?
No. I don't. I just spit out shit.
Like, is this East County? What is this?
I think I lived in East County for a little bit.
And I rest my case.
But no, I actually had that phone.
Okay.
It was an interesting little phone. Just fucking with it all day and be like...
I think the coolest phone I ever owned, it was a flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
But it had a screen, not a big screen, really like an Apple Watch size screen, but the smaller Apple Watch, and you could read your text messages as they come through. You couldn't respond to them, but it would you pop up text message, click on it, read, see if you really had to open up your phone and respond it. I'll tell you what, that made fucking texting in school a breeze because I could just read. Then my mom picked up on it. So my mom would text me while I'm in school, telling me shit I had to do at home, knowing that I could read the messages while I'm in school. So there's no excuse why I didn't do the shit by the time she got home. Bitch. Didn't you see my text? No. Well, I know you can read them. What's your point, Mom? Why isn't it done? Fuck off. Remember, I grew up in Philly, not here. Where this same conversation with him, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because
fuck
I knew I'd be 6 feet under and somewhere in the woods, okay?
My mother just threw shit. We had football helmets for reasons.
But I gotta ask, what was?
No, we didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Belt, paddle, wooden spoon, flip-flop.
No, my mother would just say, okay, it's time to clean the toy room. And she'd get in front of the toy chest and just start flinging motherfuckers. I got hit in the head once. It only took once. My brother played football. Subsequently, anytime Mom decided it was time to clean anything, helmet on.
Hey, Mom, turn around. Spear! Oh, I'm sorry, Mom.
Though, she didn't realize I did it. So she turns around and she goes, why do you have the helmet on? I was like, occupational hazard. So Edge versus Finn Balor. Sorry, we got off track. Edge versus Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. This will be Finn Balor's first time in the cell. Edge, been there before.
Been there, done that, got the bloody t-shirt.
Got put through the ring before.
Yep.
Yo, P!
What's up?
I think this is I hope to God, please, 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 let Edge win. Let this be the cap to this godforsaken feud and let us move on with our lives.
I'm agreeing to that. No. I'm picking Edge 100% because this right here, Hell in a Cell, should be, as Triple H likes it, and everybody else likes it, the end of a true feud. This is that final match you always want Hell in a Cell to be for.
Pete says late check-in, but agree to the poll. Dynasty says Balor needs this bad. I don't disagree with that statement. I do think Balor could win this. Somebody in Judgment Day has to lose.
Yeah, Rhea.
Fair point.
But I'm still going with Edge.
But that's kind of why I think Edge.
But here's a Night 1 or 2, first off. Before I
Night 1, so they don't have it looming over night 2.
Okay. So here's an
That
interesting-
motherfucker will be they'll bring it down, take it down, move it out of the stadium.
Here's a interesting thing to bring back your Damian Priest point.
Okay.
Poor Soul's not on the card.
Okay.
What happens when everybody else on Judgment Day loses? Priest may not have had a match, but at least he didn't lose at Mania.
That's true.
You know, this could be an implosion of Judgment Day. I don't want it to be because right now they're doing pretty damn good. But maybe he takes control of Judgment Day, or they just don't do anything with it. I mean, we can all go that route, you know. But what happens if all three of them lose? He's not on the card.
Is it wrong to say, aside from Rhea and Dom, and even Rhea and Dom, I don't care about Judgment Day. Because I don't look at Rhea and Dom as they're in Judgment Day. I think they're just two angsty, gothy young adults that hate the fucking world.
I'm not against that.
Dynasty says Ray wins unless it's his retirement, so I'm going Balor. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, good point.
WrestleMania showcase for the women, the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. It's going to be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus one more team still to be announced.
See, this match is hard for me to say who wins it because A, we don't know who the fourth team is.
Right.
B, I can't really go with Ronda and Shayna because Ronda's currently injured right now. She's actually even confirmed it, her arm.
Okay.
You know, especially last night coming out with the little, I wouldn't call it a sling, but I wouldn't call it a cast.
It was kind of a brace.
There we go. If I was to go with anybody that's currently on here right now, I would go with Liv and Raquel.
So let's do this. Let's, out of the three, pick,
Okay.
or you can pick the TVA.
Okay.
And then who do you think that fourth team is going to be?
Ooh. It's hard. For me, it's hard to say really because what all women do you have? Actually, no. I take that back. I kind of already have an idea.
Who?
Chelsea Green and Carmella.
Mm-hmm. Exactly where I'm going with that.
At this point, you're picking to be determined, aren't you?
Either them or Liv and Raquel. So, put it this way. Now, if it's still a mystery come WrestleMania, then I agree 100% with Dynasty. Mystery team always wins at WrestleMania.
So,
But if it gets announced over the next two shows, Raw or SmackDown, it's anybody up for grabs. But if it's not Carmella and Green, I think Liv and Raquel win. If it's Carmella and Green and it's not announced till WrestleMania, it's Carmella and Green.
night 1 or 2?
Night 1.
I agree, night 1, because I feel like if you do this, the 6 women tag team match on night 2, you're gonna have the women's showcase on night.
Oh, then that logic, mine has to be night 2, because I did night 1 for the six women tag match.
Night 2. Okay.
Because I agree with that logic. It's sound logic. So yeah, do that. Dynasty says if it's straight up 4 teams, no mystery, Shayna and Ronda win. I think if Ronda was 100%.
I just don't know with her injury. I mean, they could go ahead and do it and just have freaking Shayna, pretty much win it all. But
Ugh, fuck. Who do you got as a mystery? Chelsea and
I think that's why I said their names like right off the bat.
I'm trying to think if there's any other women out there.
See, that's the thing is let's teams for instance, real quick.
Sure.
Ronda and Shayna, they've been a team, period.
Yeah.
Liv and Raquel teamed up a few times. Natty and Shotzi are just another put together.
But they've been working together for a while.
I get that, but you're just putting things together, hoping to God it sticks. Because
but even Liv. All right, so hold on, stop. Ronda and Shayna is a no-brainer, right? They've been friends. They're part of the Four Horsewomen. Natalya and Shotzi have been a team. They've been teaming for weeks. Even Liv and Raquel have been teaming together over the last several weeks, months even. So it's not like we're just throwing them together per se. They're not as, you don't think of Liv Morgan as a tag team wrestler. Think of Liv Morgan as a, former SmackDown Women's Champion.
Now, see, last night I kind of was hoping when I seen the showcase qualifier that Xia Li and Lacey Evans would have won, because them two look like a team that they look
fuck some shit up.
Yeah, they look like they could be a team. They look like they can fuck some shit up. Look fantastic, and then you have Natty and Shotzi win.
I don't hate Natty and Shotzi winning though.
I don't either, but I don't know. I felt like I liked Xia and Lacey more than I would Shotzi and Natty.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Men's Fatal 4-Way Showcase.
Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. Tell you right now, Alpha Academy is not winning it because Otis will be distracted as Otis.
I don't even think he shows up for this match.
I think he does.
I think.
So Dynasty wants to know, you guys are bigger NXT fans than I am at this point. Any possible call-ups? And he says, what about Tamina and Nia? So the call-ups, I don't want to say anything until I watch Stand and Deliver. And I've kind of kept that my theme throughout this entire WrestleMania season because I can't tell you what's going to happen at Stand and Deliver.
And that's the thing is, they also don't always do call-ups right away. It's the problem.
And then Tamina and Nia, no.
Unless they somehow magically got Nia back in a contract,
Yeah,
it ain't happening.
So, Alpha Academy, no. Viking Raiders haven't done a whole lot since they've been around.
They've been on a tear lately.
They've been no. They've been kicking a lot of ass.
Okay.
But they haven't really. They're not involved in anything big.
They've just been in the tag scene for a while now.
Just kicking a lot of ass.
Just kicking every tag team's ass they can kick, which is why that's my pick. The Viking Raiders.
Viking Raiders is not a bad pick at all.
Night 2.
Okay, not sure what that was. Braun Strowman and Ricochet, not a bad pick either.
No, not at all.
Hold on, I'm going to mute all of this. I don't know what's happening with my computer. I don't think the Profits win here either.
So yeah,
I think this starts to weave. I really do think this starts to weave them breaking up. We've teased it pretty hard
to give Montez his push.
Yeah, we've teased it pretty hard over the last year. I think this is it. Ted wants to know if we're covering both nights. We are.
Hell yeah!
We've got a couple more matches to discuss, and then we're gonna kind of walk you guys through what next week's gonna look like. We're ready to announce full plans. So I think Viking Raiders walk out of here.
Okay, night 1 or night 2?
Night 1. You can't have them both on the same night.
So you're going night 1. I'm going night 2.
The Usos defend the Undisputed Tag Team titles against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I'm going to say night 1, and I'm going to say KO and Sami. Just because there's no fucking way that you can convince me otherwise. It makes the most sense.
Which I'm going to have to agree. I'm 100% going with KO and Sami Zayn. Because with a night 1, because A, you're not going to have the men's fatal 4-way on night 1 with the KO Sami Zayn. I'm 100% going night 1 with this match, 100% like you are. But again, not a snowball chance in hell that they're losing this match.
Who? KO Sami?
Yeah.
No, there's just no way they lose. I'm okay if they do, because if Roman loses, right, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm. But
Ted says, you guys think we get a backstage LA Knight Stone Cold segment filled with yeahs and whats? I hope not. I fucking hope not.
I don't think Stone Cold's going to be there.
I don't either.
I think he's going to be drinking beer at home watching it.
But as far I could see them not winning. I could see them slow burning this. They just got back together, KO and Sami. Right? I could see them slow burning this and building out more of Jay's disapproval. Dynasty says it's a night 2 match unless it main events night 1. Dominic versus Rey Mysterio. I think this is a night 2 match. I think Rey wins. And then he retires.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Because he always said he wanted his last match to be against Dominic. I could very easily see him doing the job and putting Dominic over. What I would really like, and I don't see it happening, is I really would like, for no matter which way this goes, for those two to hug in the middle of the ring when it's all over.
I think Dom's taking this match. I think Dom's beating Daddy.
No, Trish went out with a W. He said Ray would be the first to go out with a W. Trish went out. When she retired, she won the title. Mm-hmm. And they vacated it.
Yep. But I see Dom winning it, and I see this being a night 2 match.
Okay.
I mean, you got Ray. What night do you have, sir?
I said night 2.
Oh, I did not hear you. Sorry.
Dynasty, the I'm sorry I love you moment. It's the new I'm sorry I love you moment.
What they really need to do is, between now and Mania, is for Ray to put his career on the line.
No, not enough time to do that.
You don't think so?
Uh-huh.
So...
Ryan Brodo says, hello, Riddick Moss will win all the belts. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, buddy.
Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes is night 2 for the title. Cody Rhodes finishes the story. He has to.
100% agree, sir.
But I think there's the calamity will happen throughout this.
Now, do you have night 1 or night 2?
Fuck you. You have night 2. I think you have pure calamity throughout this match. I think ref bumps, people getting involved, other people getting involved, just chaos.
Okay.
that I'm very okay with.
I can see that.
But I really would like to see Cody win. I'm tired of Roman having the belts. I think you can do more with him not having the titles than you're doing with him with the titles. But that's just me. Where do you stand?
Cody's winning, 100% down. I do agree, calamity of some sorts ensuing. There's no way this is a clean match. No way in hell.
Fuck no.
A clean ending? Maybe. But a clean match? No.
So Ted says, do you think Dustin and Brandy will be in the crowd to support Cody?
Nope.
Brandy will.
Well, Brandy.
So, until Cody's comment the other night about his brother working somewhere else, I said on the show last week, you don't have to have Dustin walk down with him, as a Nightmare family, whatever. I think Dustin's going to want to be there. But I think Dustin's on the side where, like, the family sits on hard camera. And he might accidentally be on TV. I don't hate that.
Tony would lose his shit.
Which is why I love it.
Oh, I know you will.
Because fuck that guy. So, alright. We got some time left. Butters, will you hand me that box over there?
I've been staring at the box all night.
Yeah. So, I popped into...
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Aha. I popped into Cards and Comics earlier this week. And give me the goddamn thing. I hope you know I'm having that clip.
Oh, fuck. I forgot it was on camera.
I hope you know that I'm having that clip. Ryan, are you still here, sir? You're in a lot of trouble if he's still here. So, Cards and Comics were very, very kind. And they donated this WrestleMania countdown calendar. And I thought about doing videos every day. And then I said to myself, why don't we just do the unboxing Saturday night on the show? And then I'll do the videos the week leading up to WrestleMania. We'll put them out on the main, maybe on the main page. If not on the main page, our page. So, this is just like an advent calendar if you have ever done one. Don't know how well you guys can see this. Okay, but it's WWE stage, opens up, and there are 14 slots here.
Yeah, 14 Titantrons.
14 Titantrons, 14 squares with icons of the WWE in them. And when we open them up, they're mini pop figures. Okay? So, we're going to open them up. We're going to open up until, so let's see. This would be WrestleMania Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday. So we'll go to number 7, okay? So we're going to start with number 1. And I think I just totally screwed that up.
I think you're supposed to go into the hole and then pull out.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't learn it before I speak.
Yeah, you really do. So I'm going to pull them out. There's no way, like safe way to do this. Help me here. Grab that.
There's no safe way. It's all contemplated. So,
Shut up. And I want to play a little game with this.
Oh.
They all feel roughly the same, but I'm looking for any markings. Like this, like if you look at it, like Hogan, right? He's got the mustache. King's got the helmet, the glasses. I don't know who's going to be in here. There's no like list of what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But like Rey Mysterio, for example. And kind of feeling this, I do think we actually have Rey Mysterio.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to hold this.
Okay.
Okay. Butters, you're going to open it up. And let's see who we've got. I think Rey.
Just trying to get an idea here. Shit.
Just open the goddamn pouch.
Oh, here we we go. Let's make it easier. Donna. No, it is not Rey Mysterio.
Who the hell is it?
China.
Oh,
We have a China.
very cool. So, you guys can't see it, but I'll also take it closer to the camera because he's closer.
Let's see if we can get a bigger China going on here.
There you go.
Woo!
So now we're going to go to number 2.
China.
And then what? These things are supposed to sit inside the thing after we open it?
I
I've
think
never
so.
done a pop advent calendar.
I ain't either.
Okay. We'll figure that out later. Leave it standing up on the table. So here's number 2. This is a bad idea. I'm going to open this one.
Okay.
No idea who the hell this is.
You just turn it side. There you go.
Well, it's like any box of like animal crackers we've ever opened as kids. It's Jerry the King Lawler. Little minifigure. Here, show the people.
It's the king. That ain't the king of kings, though. All right, there we go. Right there.
So while we're doing this, Ted says, whose idea do you guys think it was to induct Andy Man on the Moon Kaufman into the WWE Hall of Fame? Him and Jerry took it to the next level when kayfabe was still a thing. I hated it when I saw it. I was argumentative that day, but I hated it. I just wasn't happy. Sorry, I opened 2 with I opened the third one. This one's Rey Mysterio. This is a really cool Rey Mysterio. The hair's weird, but it's a really cool Rey Mysterio.
It's a hairy Mysterio.
I get celebrity wing and all that. If Lawler's feeling better, it'll be nice for him to come out and induct him because they do have a history, but I just don't get it.
Gotta have a good celebrity. That and it also covers their posthumous induction too.
Yeah.
I mean, Triple H is wanting a shorter Hall of Fame this year, so you can cover your posthumous induction and your celebrity induction in one fell swoop.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
There's not going to be a tag team this year,
Okay.
so. Ooh yeah!
The Macho Man.
Macho Mania. Oh boy, it's a Macho Man.
Number 5. It's the Mega Powers. It's Hogan.
Oh shit! Oh snap! We got the Hulkster tearing into that T-shirt, boys and girls.
Jin, 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 jin.
It's so small, and tiny.
Number 6.
It's like going through the Royal Rumble.
Oh shit. Big Daddy Cool, Kevin Nash. And it's interesting to note, Nash is in NWO attire here.
So if this was a regular platform, this would be the Chase variant.
Yes.
Whammo! NWO!
And then number 7,
Please let me Scott Hall so you can have a third man.
that would be amazing. There it goes.
You gonna keep dropping this thing?
No, because we're about to prop it up now. And we're going to put it right here.
Damn, this man, I swear.
And actually, see if those things fit inside there. Like, standing up.
I think they do, actually. So we had China, the King, and Rey Mysterio in that order. Oh, you really can't see them, though.
All right, take them out.
Because it's too deep.
I quit! But the last one,
Uh-oh.
it's a goodie.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to guess? It's Icons.
Icons, huh? Trish Stratus.
No.
Huh.
It's me in pop form.
He wishes.
I know. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He wishes it was him.
So tonight we opened up China, Jerry Lawler, Rey Mysterio, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Stone Cold. Oddly enough, in some facet or another, all of which are WWE Hall of Famers.
Yeah, actually.
In their own...
I kind of wonder, because you see the back of it showing Rock and Trish. Well, never mind. That just threw my fucking theory out the goddamn door.
What?
There was nothing but Hall of Famers on here, but you got the Rock, so never mind.
Which, can somebody explain to me why Dwayne is not in the Hall of Fame?
Because he's too fucking busy.
I mean, fuck.
You have to lock him down for a freaking whole weekend. Good freaking luck. So we have all of them. We have 7 more days.
And what I'll do is I will do a video every day opening up another package, and we'll put it out there on some form of social so you guys can see. And next week, for WrestleMania, we'll do the final reveal. Okay? But that is it for us tonight. We're going to get out of here. And no, we're not. I lied. We're going to walk you guys through. No, if there's someone that's you, Ritz, it's definitely Brian DeBole. I'm not going to be insulted. Anywho. Let's kind of walk you guys through what next week's going to look like. Oh, yeah, no, I know who that is. Okay. Yeah, no, shut up. So next week, we are going to do a massive WrestleMania live reaction show on Saturday and Sunday. It will consist of myself and Butters. We will have Silent Hill joining us, who hasn't been on the show in a while. He's driving in from Austin. My roommates, Brittany and Joe, they will be on the show as well. For Saturday, we'll all be back on Sunday. We'll also be joined by Jax, who started this journey with me 7 years ago. Actually, it'll be the same weekend. It'll be almost like a 7-year anniversary for us.
Woo!
We'll have Jesse and Jay, Lauren and Tony. We're going to have about 9 people, I think, on Sunday. We're not going to be up here because there's no way 7 to 9 people are going to fit up in here and everybody be on camera and it all makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to be downstairs. We're going to have a massive setup, massive microphone setup, all this cool stuff going on. And that's going to be for WrestleMania. Friday night, Butters is going to come over and we're going to start setting things up downstairs. And if we set everything up and I don't need to go to the store to buy anything, there's a good possibility we're going to do stand and deliver live reactions because I do have that day off on Saturday to where we can be home and do them because it is a mid-afternoon show. If not, we will see you guys for WrestleMania. We're going to be with you the entire time. So WrestleMania kicks off at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. My plan is to go live at 6:30, 6:45. Don says, party at Ritz's, move over, the whole chat coming over. Hey, man, maybe one day. Maybe one day. We'll do a big, massive, watch-along party where everybody comes over somewhere, right? We'll rent a space or something. Tom Arnone finally chiming in. What's up, brother? What's up, Tommy?
Woohoo!
Sorry, I'm really late. We know, but Tom was on the baseball field today. One of the first tournaments I believe they had. Yeah, you tell that to the boss. So big shout out to Tom. And there still will be an agree to disagree next week, even though we will be on. They will still be doing their show as well. So keep your eye out for that, also, guys. But yeah, so we're going to be live. We're going to try to go live 30 minutes prior to the show starting. Kind of do poll questions, preview, recaps, little things like that in the 30 minutes leading up to, and intros of everybody leading up to WrestleMania. And then, like I said, we're with you guys the entire night throughout WrestleMania, every match, every hold, every moment, every segment. Actually, on Sunday, Jax will have an earpiece in watching WrestleMania on the iPad to keep up with anything said. I don't know who's going to do that for us on Saturday yet. I haven't decided because I don't think it's going to be me. I don't think I can multitask like that. Because I will also be producing our sound as well. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that way we don't miss any of the action. We don't miss anything said. Try to give you guys a more in-depth live reaction experience than we've ever had. But for Butters, I'm Ritz. We want to thank our sponsor, Alan Z Travel, for sponsoring today's show. Alan Z Travel specializes in creating vacation your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Alan Z on over to alanz-travel.com/take the trip to get in touch with myself, and we will start planning your next stress-free magical vacation tonight. For Butters, I'm Ritz. We will see you guys next week. Woo! For WrestleMania. We are 7 days away from the granddaddy of them all. Make sure you guys are here with us. I cannot wait. Until then, tell somebody you love them. We will see you on the other side. Peace, love, and joy.